Hello everyone, welcome back. It feels so great to be back here on YouTube. Life has been crazy busy for me, but all things are great, and I hope all things are great for you also. So I'm giving you 10 of my favorite fragrances to wear in the summertime. Stay tuned. All right, guys, as I said in the intro, some of my favorites here to wear in the summertime. These pretty much, all of these options actually, strike me as like casual daytime type of fragrances, ones that are very mass appealing, can be enjoyed by many people. Also, while you're wearing these fragrances here, people are going to enjoy the way that you smell, and that's always a plus, right? So this list here is going to contain both designer, niche fragrances. I have a little bit of something for everybody here, and I hope that if you've never experienced these fragrances before, that you go out and try them, sample them, see what your taste is like, and if these fragrances fit what you're looking for, So not a ranked list if I didn't mention that, and let's get started. Let's talk about the first fragrance here, coming to us from the polarizing brand of Creed, and this one is Aventus Cologne. Man, I enjoy this stuff. It's so good. It's a brighter, lighter, fresher take on the original Aventus DNA. And admittedly, I do enjoy the original a little bit more than this one. But for the summertime, when it's hot and it's humid and it's sticky, and you don't want something, very aggressive or intrusive to wear, this fits the bill, man. This is just perfect in my opinion for, that type of high heat. Now, this, as I said, brighter, lighter, fresher, right? You have mandarin orange. You still have that famous pineapple note here. You have vetiver that adds this nice, clean, woody effect and ambergris and musk on the dry down. So pretty much once the fragrance is fully dried down with that ambergris and musk in the base that they use here, it gives me the idea of exiting the ocean after you've been swimming for a little while. That sun is kind of baking down on your skin, drying you off, and you could still smell the essence of the ocean on your body. The ambergris and musk that they use here gives me that idea, but don't forget, you have that contrast of pineapple and, the mandarin orange and vetiver also playing a role here. But definitely wanted to mention that. I found that really nice in the few times that I've worn this so far. It is a newer acquisition of mine. Not the greatest performer, but again, when it's really hot outside, I don't want to wear anything that is going to have massive projection and things of that nature. But yeah, a great one to check out if you haven't. Aventus Cologne by Creed. The next fragrance here comes from a brand that has really been making a splash in the fragrance community, Instagram, here on YouTube even. And it's Gentleman's Knot. And this one here is Juniper Reverie. Now, the crazy thing about Gentleman's Knot is they were, and I say were, really known for their wet shave products, which are great, by the way, but their fragrances are amazing. This one in particular is great. It's very fresh, almost giving me the idea of like freshly cleaned skin with the different citruses they use. I get a heavy dose of florals here. Now, the florals are non-distinct, and what I mean by that is you're not going to necessarily be able to pick out individual florals, like floral notes, Instead, the florals that are used here offer this clean, fresh feel contrasted with the use of the citruses. So very vibrant and clean. Yes, you are going to notice when you first spray this on that there is a boozy effect coming from this gin accord, light traces of cognac, but that does fade. And what you're left off with is exactly what I said in the beginning. You're left smelling very fresh, very clean. And the white musk help elevate and push this fragrance. And I'll tell you, this stuff is strong. I always keep this 5 sprays and under if I want to wear this into the office, because I wouldn't consider this a boozy fragrance. So if I want to wear this in the office, I go 2 sprays, 1 on each side of my neck, and that's it. I'm good for the entire day. It's very long lasting, and it's absolutely gorgeous. If you're looking for a fresh, citrusy fragrance that's going to provide this like out of the shower freshness but not smell generic like your typical shower gel like fragrances, Juniper Reverie from Gentleman's Knot is definitely a must try. You could definitely get samples of this fragrance. I highly encourage you do so just to see what I'm talking about. One last thing I want to mention is that this does lean on the masculine side, but again, Sample it, try it out for yourself if you are a female out there, and see what you think, you know? But yeah, guys, Juniper Reverie. The next fragrance should be one that you are familiar with. This one comes to us from the brand of Chanel, and this is Allure Homme Édition Blanche. Love this stuff. It's incredible. You know what's funny about this is oftentimes you'll hear people say that this is like a lemon meringue pie, and I used to be in that same camp where I thought this smelled like lemon meringue pie until Rudy from the channel Time to Musk Up, he jokingly said one time, I can't remember if it was like in a YouTube video or if it was on Instagram or something, I can't really remember, but he said, yeah, I guess it smells like lemon meringue pie if you eat or if you put soap in your lemon meringue pie, because he gets a soapy quality from it. I never experienced the soapy quality until the next time I wore this, and I was like, you know what, I get this kind of soapy lavender smell from it, and I can't get that image out of my mind now. Every time I wear this and every time I smell this, I get this soapy, light traces of soapy lavender, but you definitely have lemon. Lemon is in the forefront, I would say, with that light soapiness of the lavender, and you also have creamy sandalwood and vanilla, amplifying that creamy feel of the sandalwood. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. One that if you haven't experienced, you definitely should. It's worth at least a sample at minimum. A great fragrance. Another one that's very light wearing, so you're not going to get the greatest longevity and projection, but again, high heat of summer, you don't necessarily want or even need that all of the time. A great fragrance here from the brand of Chanel, Chanel Allure Homme Édition Blanche, not sport. All right, guys, the next fragrance is one from a brand that I rarely ever speak of, and that's because I'm not the biggest fan of the brand, to be quite honest with you, but I love this fragrance. I'm talking about Bergamote 22 from Layla Beaute. This is fantastic stuff. I love the use of this juicy, bright bergamot. The white florals in here, that hint of spice that you get, almost like this peppery-like spice, woods and musk on the dry down. It's a beautiful fragrance. I love wearing this. It's another light wear. Personally, I think if you have the money, because these fragrances, man, they're super expensive. If you have the money and you could get yourself a bottle, I strongly recommend getting a bottle of Bergamote 22. Of course, you guys know, sample first. Don't blind buy anything, especially at these prices. But go into a Layla Beaute boutique, sample a bunch of different fragrances, see if your thoughts are the same as mine. I was really underwhelmed with most of their offerings, but Bergamote 22 for the summer is perfection to me. So definitely, if you haven't checked out Bergamote 22 and you love the note of bergamot and really want to experience it further, check this one out. The next fragrance here, guys, I absolutely love wearing in the summertime. I wear this when I'm in the mood for it, so I mean, really, I wear it all year long, but summer is where it gets the most play in my weekly rotations. This one comes from the brand of Giorgio Armani, and this is Giorgio Armani Acqua di Parma. Love this stuff. You can see the nice little dent that I've put in this bottle. It's fantastic. It really is. At least to me it is. You have this bright citrusy cocktail when it opens, and then it transitions to this, you get this combination of mineral notes meets this kind of marine feel. It's awesome. I really do like this. It's a little woodsy too, so I definitely experienced some woods here. All in all, it's a very bright, mass-appealing fragrance that you would pretty, typical for a designer, so predictable, especially when we're talking about a flanker. Yeah, and a fragrance too, but especially when we're talking about a flanker here. So still a great, easy wear. Anything from a casual day t-shirt and jeans up to and including the office. So a great, versatile scent that can be enjoyed by many. And yeah, I just really enjoy wearing this in the high heat in summer. And again, I wear it all year long, but summer is, again, where it gets the most play. That, again, comes from the brand of Giorgio Armani, and that is Acqua di Parma. The next fragrance was a love at first sniff for me. This, yeah, I just really love wearing this one. Comes from the house of Hermes, and it is Terre d'Hermes au Gevrey. Frozen pineapple juice is a quality fragrances would say, and he's pretty damn spot on with that description. Frozen pineapple juice served in a copper mug is what this reminds me of, because it's got this icy cold grapefruit feel coming from the combo of timut pepper and citron, giving it that grapefruit feel, slight spiciness to it, served in a copper mug. So it has a metallic feel, a light metallic feel, not necessarily copper, but I just felt like saying copper. But it has a light metallic feel, definitely. You experience some vetiver, of course. The whole line, the whole TDH line does have that vetiver note. Here, clean, crisp, woody is how I would describe the vetiver here. A gorgeous fragrance, definitely leans more on the masculine side. I could see women pulling this one off. I don't understand what people are talking about when they say that they get poor performance with this. It performs great on me. Are you guys like that don't experience great performance with this? Are you spraying this like on the bottom of your foot or something? Because this one lasts all day on me. All day, no problem. It's not a 10 to 12 hour type of fragrance, but I easily get 7 or 8 hours with this one, and I love every single minute of it, and so do the people that are around me, because it's just mass appealing. It's great. It's easy to wear. It's very, it's highly functional. Yeah, I love this one. Another one that's got a nice little dent in it, But yeah, guys, if you haven't checked this one out, definitely worth checking out. Terre de Hermès Eau Givrée from the house of Hermes. The next fragrance is my cup of tea when it comes to the summertime. It is Nishane's Wulong Cha. You see what I did there? Tea-based fragrance, my cup of tea. All right, yeah. Anyway, this is a beautiful take on tea. What I like here, so obviously you have the tea, and to me what surrounds the tea are these bright citruses, clean, fresh, white florals, and fruity figs and musk, right? That's, to me, what this fragrance is all about, capturing oolong tea perfectly here. This also reminds me of Under the Lemon Trees by Maison Margiela. You could definitely tell that this fragrance here is smoother. It's definitely, the quality is much better here, in my opinion, than Maison Margiela Under the Lemon Trees, which isn't a knock. I do still love and adore that fragrance. I actually needed another bottle of that fragrance because it's gone. Between my girlfriend and I using it, it's gone. Nishane Wulong Cha is just stunning. It's a stunning aroma. Now, this one to me is a conversation starter. It is a head turner fragrance because it smells great. And it's not one of those fragrances that people have smelled before necessarily, because it's not very common. Like, if you live close to your major department stores, as I do, that I've mentioned that in the past, people haven't quite smelled something like this. And it's so bright and energizing again, and citrusy, and with the floral combinations. People just love the way this smells. Not just well, I don't just love it on me, but others have said to me and told me, what is that you're wearing? I really, really like that. I need to try this fragrance. And when I tell them, they're shocked. Wow, I never heard of that brand, or things like that. That's what they say to me. And it's one of those things where, again, you just can't find this, things like this everywhere. So it has that intriguing factor to it. But again, a great one to wear. I will say this does wear on the heavier side of things. There is kind of this light and airy quality to it, but all in all, it does wear heavier than any of the fragrances that I've talked about so far. Actually, this is the heaviest wearing fragrance on this list. So what that means is simple. Go 2 to 3 sprays on this and you'll be fine. And just avoid maybe the front of your neck, But yeah, this is an awesome fragrance. One that I just love wearing in the summertime. Another nice, little dent. So anyway, guys, Nishane Wulong Cha, definitely one for you to check out if you haven't. How can I best describe this next fragrance? It is a mint mojito in a bottle, right? This is You or Someone Like You by Etat Libre. Fantastic stuff. Performs great, smells awesome. I personally love me 1 or 2 mint mojitos in the summer. I feel like mint mojitos in summertime are like a match made in heaven, right? You won't experience any booziness with this, no, but you will experience fresh green mint. So imagine going and picking this fresh green mint from the ground and squeezing those leaves between your fingers. You smell it, that's what you get here. Very photorealistic mint, contrasted with beautiful white florals. Again, there is this kind of watery essence going on here. So it's as if you were kind of putting this mint into water, maybe squeezing just a little bit of lemon in there. You get that, again, that watery feel. It is just so fresh and refreshing, and I absolutely love this one. Whenever I'm in the mood for it, I wear it. Doesn't matter if it's a casual day, again, white t-shirt, shorts, or jeans, or if I want to wear this into the office, I do so because I just love it that much. And again, it's very inoffensive. So with these inoffensive fragrances, you can just wear them whenever you want. And that's what I love about fresh fragrances. This isn't like your typical freshie, but it's a great one nevertheless. And if you want to experience mint in its real form, check this one out. I do also have another mint fragrance, just a little hint that I wanted to throw out there, but this is great. Again, You Are Someone Like You by Etat Libre. And it performs nice too. The next fragrance just gives me summer vibes all day, and I think it's because I've worn this several times in the past 2 years while I was actually on vacation. Yeah, I brought the bottle with me. One that doesn't get as much play from the brand as another fragrance from the brand. I'm talking about Bohemian Lime from Goldfield and Banks. I absolutely love this fragrance. So when you think of summertime, you think of YouTube, you think of this brand, you probably think of Pacific Rock Moss. Pacific Rock Moss, to me, when I sampled that fragrance, it didn't really do much for me. I'm like, yeah, it smells good, but I already have fragrances that kind of fall into the same category, so I don't need that. When I sampled this, I was like, whoa, I don't have this, something like this. And let me tell you, the opening of this fragrance with this Australian finger lime, I've never had an Australian finger lime, but if it tastes as good as it smells, like, you know, from this fragrance, I'd eat the hell out of Australian finger lime. So bright, zesty, this, again, energizing, and I get a slight bit of saltiness too from the opening of this fragrance. And the way that it dries down, it gets more dry. There's some vetiver in here. There's, well, I get driftwood. And that's what it reminds me of. I don't believe driftwood is a credited note here, but I definitely experienced driftwood. And I think it's because of the dryness coming from this vetiver, right? It gives me the idea when you guys, I'm going to put a picture because it's probably not going to make sense to you, but when you're entering the sand of the beach from the sidewalk, there's usually like this wooden walkway, right? That's kind of the wood that's used here. That's what I experience here. And you're getting close to the beach, the ocean, I mean. You're getting close to the ocean water. You could smell the sand in here. I just get summer beach vibes from this all day. And if you are looking for a lime fragrance that's unisex, that's versatile, that's going to be enjoyed again by the masses, Bohemian Lime is going to check all those boxes. Also, unlike Pacific Rock Moss, this performs. Expect anywhere between 5 to 7 hours. On me, it's more of that 6 to 7 hours, but I hear folks say anywhere from 5 to 7 hours. So if you've never tried this fragrance, that's what you can expect. It's great. It's awesome. I absolutely love this one. Again, from Goldfield and Banks, Bohemian. And to end the video, yes, as always, guys, I saved the best for last. This is, without question, without a doubt, my all-time favorite, current favorite fragrance to wear in the summertime. It is from the brand of Xerjoff. This is Torino 21. My favorite purchase of last year or the year before. I can't really remember, but this stuff is I want to say it was 2022. This stuff is amazing. Amazing. I absolutely love this fragrance. Mint. Other citruses accompany this note of mint. It's watery. It's fresh. It's refreshing. It performs. It's long lasting. I just can't say enough great things about this. This has a realistic mint/spearmint feel. It does not go in the bubblegum or toothpaste direction. Neither does You Or Someone Like You. I didn't mention that before. But this fragrance has the spearmint/mint feel, but again, doesn't go in that toothpaste or that bubblegum direction. And we can appreciate that, right? It is just, I love this one. I really, really do. Casual, definitely. Summertime vibes. I would definitely wear this on a date night for sure. This can be worn in the office. Doesn't really strike me as an office type of scent. This is more so casual or going out, conversation starter type of fragrance. Not something I would really recommend in the office, but hey, it's your fragrance. You do what you want with it. I'm here just to give you an opinion, right? Or 10 different opinions if we're looking at each opinion from each fragrance. But yeah, guys, Torino 21. If you haven't tried this, it's a must try. That must try may turn into a must buy for you. I can't get this cap on. There we go. I don't know what the heck I was doing there for a second. But yeah, if you haven't experienced this one, it's an experience worth having. From the house of Xerjoff, Torino 21, my current all-time favorite summer fragrance. All right, guys, that concludes my list of 10 amazing, great, fantastic, phenomenal fragrances that I love to wear in the summertime. If you enjoyed today's content, give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn that notification thing or bell, whatever they're calling it these days, to all so you don't miss out on any future content. Until we see each other again, respect each other and love yourself. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.